You find yourself standing at the very edge of a path that leads into the heart of an ancient redwood forest. The air here is different than the world you left behind. It is cool, damp, and carries the deep, resonant scent of wet earth, cedar bark, and sweet pine needles. You take a slow, deliberate breath, feeling the crispness of the evening air fill your lungs. The giants above you, the great redwoods, reach so high into the twilight sky that their tops are lost in a soft, lilac-coloured mist. Their trunks are massive, wider than a carriage, covered in thick, fibrous bark that looks like velvet from a distance. As you begin to walk, the ground beneath your feet is cushioned by a thick layer of fallen needles and moss. Each step is muffled, silent, as if the forest itself is holding its breath to welcome you. You are carrying a small weathered leather bag, and the weight of it feels familiar and grounding. There is no rush. There is nowhere else you need to be. The sun has already dipped below the horizon, leaving the sky in a state of perpetual amber and indigo. You can hear the distant, rhythmic hoot of an owl, a sound so soft it feels like a lullaby woven into the wind. After a few minutes of walking, a warm, golden light appears through the trees. It is the soft glow of a sanctuary. As you turn a bend in the mossy path, the A-frame cabin reveals itself. It is a masterpiece of simple wood and glass, nestled perfectly between two towering trees that seem to act as guardians. The roof of the cabin slopes steeply toward the ground, covered in a thin layer of emerald moss that glows in the fading light. The cedar siding of the cabin has weathered into a beautiful silvery grey, and the large triangular windows at the front reflect the darkening forest like a still lake. A small porch of reclaimed timber extends from the front, and as you step onto the wood, it emits a low, comforting creak, the sound of a home that knows you. On the porch sits a small wicker chair with a thick, cream-coloured wool throw draped over its back. You stop for a moment, looking back at the forest. The silence here is absolute, broken only by the gentle sighing of the wind in the high branches. You reach into your pocket and find a heavy brass key. It feels cool and solid in your palm. You slide it into the lock, and with a smooth, oiled click, the door swings open to reveal the warmth within. You step inside and are immediately wrapped in a blanket of warmth. The air smells of beeswax, dried lavender, and the faint, sweet smoke of a dying fire. To your left, a small wood-burning stove made of black cast iron sits on a hearth of smooth river stones. Inside, the embers are a deep, pulsating orange, casting flickering shadows against the honey-coloured timber walls. You set your bag down on a heavy oak table. The surface of the wood is smooth, polished by years of use, showing the intricate swirling patterns of the grain. You decide to make a pot of tea before settling in. You move to the small kitchenette, where a copper kettle sits on a shelf. You fill it with cool, clear water from a porcelain pitcher, the sound of the water hitting the metal bottom, a bright, rhythmic splash. You place the kettle on the stove and wait. While the water heats, you run your hand along the edge of the countertop, feeling the cool, solid stone. There is a jar of dried chamomile flowers nearby. You open it, and the scent is like a summer meadow, light and calming. You place a few blossoms into a heavy ceramic mug. The glaze is a deep forest green, and it feels substantial in your hand. The kettle begins to hum, a low, steady vibration that gradually rises to a soft, polite whistle. You pour the steaming water over the flowers, watching as they swirl and dance in the heat, the water turning a pale, translucent gold. Taking your mug, you move to the center of the room where a large, overstuffed armchair sits. It is upholstered in a soft, chocolate-colored corduroy that catches the light of the fire. You sink into it, and the cushions mold to your shape, supporting you perfectly. You hold the mug in both hands, feeling the warmth travel through the ceramic and into your palms, soothing the lingering chill of the forest air. Outside, the rain begins, a soft, tentative tapping against the glass of the large A-frame window. It is not a storm, but a gentle misting, the kind that settles the dust and brings out the scent of the earth. You watch the droplets race down the pane, leaving tiny silver trails behind them. Each drop is a slow, rhythmic pulse. Your mind begins to slow down, mimicking the pace of the forest. You take a sip of the tea. It is warm and floral, with a hint of wild honey. You feel the warmth spread from your chest down to your toes, relaxing every muscle it touches. The fire in the stove crackles once, a small, friendly sound, and a tiny spark dances behind the glass door before settling back into the embers. The room is a cocoon of safety. The walls are thick, the roof is sturdy, and the great redwoods outside stand watch, their roots deep in the ancient earth. When the mug is empty, you feel a pleasant, heavy lethargy beginning to take hold. It is time to move towards sleep. You stand up slowly, your movements fluid and relaxed. To the side of the room, a set of narrow wooden stairs leads up to the sleeping loft. The stairs are made of thick planks of Douglas fir, and they feel solid and warm under your feet as you ascend. The loft is a small, intimate space, tucked right under the peak of the A-frame roof. The ceiling slopes down on either side, creating a feeling of being inside a wooden tent. A large bed sits in the center of the loft, covered in layers of soft linen and a heavy hand-knitted quilt of deep indigo and grey. You move to the small window at the head of the bed. From here, you are level with the lower branches of the redwoods. You can see the moonlight filtering through the needles, creating a lattice of silver and shadow on the forest floor. You reach out and turn a small brass dial on a lamp, and the room fades into a soft, velvety darkness, illuminated only by the faint blue glow of the moon and the distant orange reflection of the fire below. You slide into the bed. The linen sheets are cool and crisp against your skin, but they quickly warm to your body's temperature. The quilt has a comforting weight, like a gentle hand pressing down, grounding you. You lay your head on the pillow, which is filled with soft down, and feel your neck and shoulders finally release the last of their tension. You close your eyes. The sounds of the cabin become your world, the rhythmic tapping of the rain on the roof, the low, distant sigh of the wind in the trees, the faint metallic ticking of the stove as it cools. Each sound is a thread in a tapestry of peace. You imagine yourself as a part of the forest, your breath slowing to match the slow, deep pulse of the redwoods. You are safe. You are warm. You are completely at rest. The darkness is not empty. It is full of the quiet life of the woods, a world that doesn't need you to do anything but exist. Your thoughts become like autumn leaves drifting down a slow-moving stream, turning over and over before disappearing around a bend. You feel yourself sinking deeper into the soft mattress, the boundary between the dream world and the physical world beginning to blur. The scent of cedar and rain lingers faintly, a final reminder of the sanctuary you have found. The forest is still, the cabin is quiet, and you are falling gently into a deep, dreamless sleep. Everything is as it should be. Sleep now. Sleep. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination, this moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, if your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.